Why, hey everybody out there in YouTube town, are you ready to get down? I know I am. This time with a trailer from Edgar Wright. This movie is called Last Night in Soho. Sorry, it took me a while. I was doing like 2 or 3 different things at once, and my brain went.
He was booting.
I was booting, and I was getting going. I'm excited about this. Are you excited about this? You're ready to get down, right? I know you are. I don't want to speak for her, but you can speak for us. What's in the description?
In the description below, we have some links for some fundraisers for the Black Lives Matter movement, as well as links for our Instagram, our Twitter, and our gaming channel.
These are true statements indeed. Edgar Wright's latest film, Last Night in Soho. The last one he did was Baby Driver. He did some stuff in between, but not a full feature thing. This is his full feature thing. I don't know anything about this other than a few things. Matt Smith is in it, Anya Taylor-Joy, and it's about a psychological horror in a period piece. All right, let's watch it. Are you ready? Let's get. I don't know anything other than those 5 things, I guess. All right, I'm gonna hit play now in 3, 2.
Fun.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go.
There's a Soho in London, by the way.
Oh, okay.
There's a Soho in New York and there's a Soho in London. So just so you know, sorry. Right? Yeah, yeah. When I was there studying, I was like, oh, there's a Soho here too. Oh, it's gonna get weird. It's gonna get. Did you see that transition he did to the weirdness? Is this a dream? Sean Connery Thunderball? So we know what time this is exactly. It's the release of Thunderball. So she's going in time in her dreams? She's Anya Taylor-Joy in her dreams.
Spooky.
What?
I was about to say.
She's living a life in someone else's life, man. I'm excited. Dude.
Weird.
Dude. Modern times, and so it's a bit of a period piece, but not really. There's Matt Smith. It's showing up in real life? I love the song scored over this trailer. So it's in a burlesque club in Soho.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Everyone's waiting for you.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay.
Why is she suddenly actually blonde?
This is naughty and it's scary. It's scary naughty. It looks pretty, but it looks spooky.
Oh no.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Oh,
No!
What the? You can't do that! You can't, why can't they do that? I don't know.
Creepy.
You can't do that, man. I love this visual aesthetic. I love all of it. Oh god, that neon light stuff is cool. October. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, this is a very exciting project indeed. I didn't know anything about Last Night in Soho. I didn't. I only knew those 5 things before. I didn't know it was also modern times too. So the modern times thing plus the old-timey times. So she's having dreams, it seems, and in her dream state she's going back in time in the dream state? Is that what we're dealing with here? Some sort of dream state time travel situation?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm digging that. But she doesn't seem to be able to control that, it seems. It seems that, like, that's sort of like a Nightmare on Elm Street kind of idea where, you know, in your dreams, if you can't control it, you need to sleep. And so she has to sleep. But it seems like if she every time she sleeps, she must be going back in time at some point. But seeing, like, murders back in time.
Yeah.
So imagine trying to solve a case back in time, but you're dreaming and you're not sure if you're actually. That's a really cool idea. That's a really, really cool idea. I'm glad I didn't know anything about this until right now. I'm blown away. That's a fun thing. And Edgar Wright's a very visual heavy, style heavy, so style heavy director. Clearly, he's big on colors. He's big on fashion. He's big on all sorts of vibrance in filmmaking, splashes of color. This looks so the old-timey 60s or 50s or whatever it is looks beautiful, and he really is going crazy. What'd you think about this? I'm sorry, I've gushed.
No, I thought this looks so good and so amazing, and I had an immediate thought about where I could be totally wrong because he didn't touch on it at all, but I think I know where his inspiration came from. I would be curious whether he talks about this or not.
Okay.
But there's this big thing over the last couple years,
Ooh.
and there's some debates about whether it's actually intentional lucid dreaming or if people are actually shifting, but it's basically putting yourself into a meditative state and traveling to your desired reality.
Whoa, man.
And
Thanks, V. We just are tripping now, brother. Whoa, hold on. Let me put my trippy hat on, V.
and
Whoa.
this kind of reminded me of that. I wonder if it's a twist on like lucid dreaming or if she's like actually time traveling. I'm curious. I'm fascinated.
That was fun. I like putting on the crazy hat with you and going down the crazy path of make-believe. That's fun. I like the pseudoscience stuff though, and we will talk about that during, like, we're going to review this, and when we review this, we're going to talk about that, because that's really cool.
I think it looks really, really good. I was a little lost at first because I was like, that's not Anna Taylor-Joy. Where's this going?
Yeah, right?
And then we figured it out.
And then mirror on a Taylor-Joy show. Oh, so when she goes back in time, it's a little quantum leapy too.
Yeah.
Where like she's going back in time, but in somebody else's body, which makes sense. Is she a victim? We don't know. Is she going back? Is she gonna die in her dream? And if she dies in her dream, does she die in life? Man, let's put the hat back on. If you die in your dreams, do you die in life, man? Whoa. Anyway, I am fascinated about that because that is something that that you can play with, and maybe that's something she's scared of. Like, I'd be scared of that happening. Be like, well, I don't want to die in my dreams. What if it happens in real life? Like, yeah, that's really cool.
Incredibly spooky, but also really like bright.
Yes.
I have the same feelings from this trailer as I did from Bad Times at the El Royale.
Oh yeah, Bad Times at the El Royale was a really good indie flick that was really, really ballsy. Style-wise, you're right. It's very much in line with that sort of that neon lights, but instead of in a desert, we're in Soho.
Yeah.
In modern times and in the past.
Because it's the same time frame, kind of.
How funny that modern times look so drab and dull and boring, and then when we go back to like the old times, it's the opposite, where it's bright and vibrant, everyone's having fun.
Yep.
It's so opposite in what you think the future would be in comparison to the past, how the future is so much more boring in comparison. That's so funny. Really love how Edgar Wright kind of touched upon that. Other than that, let's rate this out of 5 things. What are the 5 things? 5 Matt Smiths?
Yeah.
Okay, out of 5 Matt Smiths, we're Whovians. We're Doctor Who fans. We're Whovians. That's what you know that means, Whovian, right? Yeah, I thought you were gonna know right away. It took for a while. So out of 5 Matt Smiths, what do you give this?
Oh, this is hard because Edgar Wright is a genius, but these type of movies can kind of go either way. So I'm going to dock half a point and give it a 4.5.
4.5 from you. I'm actually super excited about this. Edgar Wright is a very careful filmmaker, and whenever he puts something out, he's almost in that Chris Nolan ilk, if you will, where he'll like put something out only if he's absolutely sure that it's like it's met his OCD standards, kind of like Nolan, right? So in that case, I'm so excited about this because these guys don't, like, these types of filmmakers don't put out movies unless they're absolutely sure it's ticked all the boxes in their OCD scales or of measuring. And so like, yes, release my film. That's what Edgar Wright says. So release this film immediately. I'm giving it 5 Matt Smiths. 5 Smithies out of 5 because this looks too cool for school. This looks so cool and fun
really
and
good.
old. Like, imagine if you went back in time. We'd be dorks if we went back in time because everyone in the back in times are like way cooler. Hey, Daddy-O, how you doing? I'd be like, what? Hi, sir. We would stick out. So anyway, what's in the description below?
In the description below, we have some links for some fundraisers for the Black Lives Matter movement, as well as links to our Instagram, our Twitter, and our gaming channel.
That's right. Anyway, we gotta go. Thanks for being here. That's it, right? That's how we're doing it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
All right, bye. That was awkward.